Hi class, let's take a look at example 4. And in example 4, they're talking about a recipe. And here's the basic idea. We're going to go from technically 1.5 cups. And we need to express this as ounces. So let me just rewrite it. This will be 1.5. And I'm just going to write it as C. Let's take a look at the conversions. So the conversions are going to be that, oh, this is an easy one. 1 cup is 8 ounces. So let me rewrite it as times the proportion, and technically 1 cup, it's 8 ounces. And at this point, we can carry out the cancellation of the actual cups and end up with the values of 1.5 times the values of 8, and the units are going to be on ounces, which is going to be equal to, that's going to be a 0, and I'm getting 120, but with 1 decimal point, so I'm getting 12 ounces. Let me just check it, but I think that's fine. So 1.5 times 8, it's 12 on the dot. Okay, so in this situation, they're talking about Sarah. So we will say that Sarah will need, and this is 1.5 cups, which is equal to 12 ounces of the ketchup bottle of the 20 ounce so she only needs 12. That's actually it for that one. Let's take a look at example 5. Example 5, they want well, pence to quarts. So let me rewrite it as 2.4 pence. And let me go to the, well, actually, wait, pence to cups. Let me go to the conversion. And we have then 1 pint. There's a total of 2 cups. So let me rewrite it as 1 pint, a total of 2 cups. And our units are going to cancel. Pence cancel. And we're left with the values of 2.4 times the values of 2. Or, well, that's just going to be 4.8 cups. And then let me write it as 2.4 pence is equivalent to 4.8 C. And putting the abbreviation is fine. It's understood that we're talking about, in this case, pence and cups, since technically the abbreviations are given and we're talking about these. So it's perfectly fine to just carry the OZ for ounces. Okay, let's take a look at another one, which is a little bit messy. And this was example 6. And we have this huge number, which I'm just gonna remove the commas. So this is 7, 236, 137, and this is milliliters. We're talking about 7,236,137. And they want us to express it as kiloliters. So not a typical unit. Let's see what we could do. So let me move to the units, and notice that so we have milliliters. Let me see. So we could use milliliters to liters, and then from liters to kiloliters, which is these two here. And in any of these two cases, we're looking at 1,000, the conversion. So let me do the first one from milliliters to liters. That would be 1,000 milliliter is 1 liter. So 1,000 milliliter is 1 liter. And then let me just check the last one. The last one was 1,000 liters is 1 kiloliter. So we're using this last one here. So 1,000 liters, it's 1 kiloliter. And before we do the cancellation or removing the decimal place, let me make sure that all of these cancel. And we're technically left with 236,137 divided by 1,000 times 1,000, and this will be kiloliters. And I'm just gonna put the decimal point there because it'll be easier to carry out. Now, what we could do here is count the zeros and then move the decimal place that many. So you're gonna have a total of 6 zeros. So in the division, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this will be equivalent to rewriting it as the 7.2. So 7.2, 236,137 kiloliter, which is technically the equivalent of dividing by that multiplication. And then let me rewrite it. In this case, 7,236,137 milliliter is equal to 7.236,137, and this will be kiloliter. Let me show you in the calculator. I think we have enough time just how you would punch it in. So you have to be a little bit careful because the number is really large. So 236, so 236 and then 137 divided by, and then you have the 1,000 times the 1,000, and then close the parentheses, and you're gonna get the 7.236,137, which is equivalent to moving the decimal point to the left, the total number of zeros that we're doing. So in this case, that's actually it for this one. The calculation looked really messy, but it's just easier to take into account that you're dividing by powers of 10. And this is equivalent to moving the decimal place. That's actually it for example 6.